Hi, everybody. This is a very, very difficult week for me. So, during these times, we go to our comfort series. I'm Christina. This is the D-Louise book series, Kristina. I read series books. I'm a series person. I like to read the series progression, the character's progression from book to book to book to book. And the longer the series, the absolute better. We've been doing, please check out Flashback Mondays and Star Trek Fridays. It's a series, and I'm binge watching the series. So please check that out. And Flashback Mondays, where we talk about series I was binging 20 years ago. Now, it is a hard week, and because it's a hard week, we've been doing Carolyn Sparks at Stakes, and we've been doing Lindsay Sands Arjunos, and we've been doing Laurel K. Hamilton's Anita Blake. But you may find me showing up with a few Janets this week because it's a difficult week. I wasn't planning on doing Janet this soon, but if you're having a difficult time and you need to give yourself permission to smile, even if it's only for a couple of seconds. 1 for the money, 2 for the dough, 3 to get deadly, 4 score. But the first 2, Johnny Ivanovich's Stephanie Plum series, you can laugh. So we may do those. But right now we're doing my comfort series, and this is one of the more happier books, should I say. We did Treachery, which was Peabody's little, excuse me a second. Peabody's little foray into danger. And then we did New York to Dallas, which was a huge episode for Eve, and she went through so much. And we learned a little bit of her recovery in Chaos, which was a short story. Back in the day, Nora Roberts used to do 3 trilogy Nora Roberts and 4 Eve Dallases, 2 hardcovers and 2 short stories. And that's what Chaos was a short story. And we got a little insight into a little bit of aftermath of New York to Dallas and then. But anyways, today we're on to a lighter subject. And I have to explain that Eve Dallas is a lieutenant in the New York City Police Security Department. She totally sees herself as a police officer, as a lieutenant. Her badge is it for her. And since her marriage to Rourke, she has slowly, very microscopically slowly, started to adjust. People have been calling her Rourke's cop, and she's like, no, I'm New York City's cop, NYPSD's cop. And so that's a little thing going on. And then, of course, I have to backtrack here. Eve grew up in the foster care program. She had a really horrible childhood, which we addressed in New York to Dallas. And she didn't have a social life. There was no birthdays. There was no presents. She was never given anything. They never celebrated birthday, Christmas, or anything with her in those foster homes, etc. So she's not, and her, as long as she had a pair of pants on, a pair of shirts, that was an outfit. So she's having trouble. She slowly, as Rourke fills her closet, and they call it the closet fairies, with clothing, she's slowly getting there. So we're going to talk about that too. But she's also going to have a few dreams. So that's why I wanted to mention her childhood and stuff, how rough it was, because there were a few dreams in here too. But, so Eve had a big case, the Eye Cove case, where the doctors were killed and the ladies were cloned. And Nadine has written her book, The Eye Cove Agenda. and it's being made into a movie. Does this have one? No, it's the next fuse. So we have Celebrity in Death. And if those of you who don't know, I have all of these books on audio too. And this book has some important moments in it. Some really important moments. Some, just cute. Such important moments in here. And there's a couple of really important moments. And the magic coat. Ooh. So, they're at this dinner party. Alright. The ICO agenda is being filmed. So they go to the set and they're supposed to do some schmoozing on the set. Photo ops and that kind of situation. And he was like, no. So, a good thing or bad thing, they get called to a murder in the middle of it. And, Peabody's like, yay! Oh, let me go back check it. So, it's Eve Dallas is the lieutenant. Peabody is her partner. McNabb is Peabody's live-in person. Rourke is Eve's husband, the richest guy in the world. Mavis Freestone is her best friend. She has Bella is Mavis's daughter. Leonardo is a huge fashion designer. Feeney is the captain of EDD. Peabody's special person, McNabb, also works in EDD, the Electronic Detective Division. Nadine first is, she's a crime reporter. She also has her show, This Is Now. She is now an author. She's written the ICO agenda and is being made into a book. And we've talked about that book a few books ago. And Trina, the hairdresser. It's just, Eve is afraid of her hairdresser, don't ask. But it will get less because there will be a book with Trina. So, against her better judgment, Eve goes to this party. The producer of the iCove agenda holds a small cast party, and he shows bloopers, a reel of bloopers of outtakes of the movie. And while they're watching the movie, the lady that plays Peabody in the movie is murdered, and they have to investigate the murder. So, Leonardo, Eve, Peabody, McNabb, Mira, Mr. Mira, Nadine, Mavis, Leonardo, and attend the thing. And because it was Peabody, or the person that plays Peabody in the movie, this very important happens. And this is a major, huge spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert if you haven't read this book, spoiler alert. Peabody yawned until her jaw cracked as she contemplated her breakfast choices. Peabody is always worried about her ass. She's in perfect condition, but she's forever worried about her ass and dieting. In order to start the day right, in a healthy body conscious state, she shouldn't have the bagel and schmear. She should choose the fruity yogurt. She certainly wouldn't have the bagel and schmear and the fruity yogurt. And she shouldn't even think of the possibility of the cherry Danish she could pick up on the way to Central. Why did she always think of the damn cherry Danish in the morning? She wasn't entirely sure the thought of it didn't put an extra pound on her ass. I'm having the fruity yogurt, and that's it. At his seat at their tiny table, McNabb poked at his bowl of crispy, crunchy charms and said nothing. Peabody doctored her coffee first and wished the stupid low-cal sweetener tasted as wonderful as the zillion-cal sweetener, but she felt righteous if deprived sitting down with a healthy yogurt and a low-cal coffee. She wished she could eat bowls of crispy, crusty charms with soy milk like McNabb and a skinny ass that never seemed to gain an ounce. Life was definitely unfair when your metabolism had all the zip of a lame turtle. She drank some coffee and felt her brain start to clear. She liked the way the sun came in their kitchen window in the morning and played through the bright yellow curtain she'd made herself. Still hadn't lost her free ager skills, she thought. She enjoyed making the curtains, selecting the fabric, designing a pattern, sitting down at the little machine to whip it all together into something pretty and functional. Plus, McNabb had been mega impressed. One day she'd actually finished hooking the rug she started for the living area, and that would knock him right out of his gel boots. He got a kick out of the fact that she could make stuff, so that added more pleasure and satisfaction to the making. It was good to have things mixed and matched together in their own apartment. Her dishes with his pub glasses, her chair, his table, just theirs now. It was good, really good to sit with him in the morning when their shift meshed, eating together, talking. As she drank more coffee, she realized he wasn't eating or talking. Your triple C's are going to get soggy, she warned. Huh? Oh. He shrugged, pushed the bowl aside. I'm really not hungry. I don't get you people who aren't really hungry in the morning. The entire concept put her in a sulk. I woke up starving, then have to talk myself into not eating everything in sight so my butt doesn't become an ad blimp. When he didn't respond, as he always had something cute to say about her butt, she frowned. He looked a little pale, she thought, now heavy under the eyes and very broody. You okay? She reached across to touch his hand. You don't look so good. I didn't sleep much. Are you sick? Instant concern had her leaning over to lay a hand on his brow. I don't think you have a fever. Why don't I make you some tea? I got that special blend for my gram. No, that's okay. His pretty green eyes lifted, met hers. Peabody, Delia. Uh-oh. He only called her Delia when he was upset, pissed, or feeling very, very horny. And he didn't look very horny. What is it? What's the matter? I just wondered. I love you. Oh, I love you too. I was just thinking about how much I like sitting here with you in the mornings in our kitchen just starting the day together and... Do you want to get married? If she'd been drinking coffee, she'd have sprayed it all over his face. Instead, she swallowed. How did she get her tongue so fat all of a sudden? Sure, yeah, eventually. To me, I mean. Well, yeah, to you, dummy. Who else? She gave him a light punch on the shoulder, but he didn't smile, and her stomach went queasy. Didn't I just say I love you? Did I do something to make you think I don't? Ian, like her first name, he was reserved for bigger moments. It can be stupid about... No, Dee, no. You don't want to get married now? Well, her stomach fluttered, clenched, fluttered. Do you? I asked you first. Maybe you should tell me what brought this on. I couldn't sleep. I kept seeing K.T. Harris lying beside the pool on the roof, and the way the light made her look so much like you. And for a moment it was you in my head, and I couldn't breathe. Concerned, relieved in love, she got up, sat on his lap, cuddled him in when he pressed his face on her shoulder. It's okay. I'm okay. We're okay. She kissed his hair, bright as her curtains. It's okay. It just made me think how much you mean to me, and I started to wonder if we were wasting time, that maybe we should get married. I wanted to ask you if you wanted me to ask. You have to know it. You're it for me, Peabody. You're the one. She eased back, cupped his face. You're it for me, Ian McNabb, the one and only. I never felt about anybody the way I do about you. It makes me happy. All of this makes me happy. My dishes, your pub glasses, our place too. We don't want to get married now. That's for grown-ups, she said with a big smile that brought one to his eyes. But one day, down the line, yeah, we'll have a big crazy wedding, a mad wedding, get married, have kids. Now he grinned, patted her belly. A little she or he buddy? When we're grown-ups, she kissed him with the sun playing through the curtains and made it count. The best part right now is you'd ask if I wanted you to ask. I love that you do that. She wrapped him up again. I love you for doing that. Ask me again one day down the line. You could ask me. She drilled her finger playfully into his belly. You. He dug his fingers into his ribs. Why not you? Because you started. She giggled her way into the kiss. Crap, she muttered when her calm signals. It's me. It's just, oh, don't you just love Peabody McNabb? So further down the line, Peabody's got to tell Eve, and Eve hates personal. It creeps her out and her eye twitches. Try this. You're late. I can see damn well from the bounce in your step you're late due to sex, which means I have to catch you up on the Emmy's findings, and this doesn't make my day any better and better. I couldn't help it. McNabb asked me to marry him. The second hard jolt of the morning stopped Eve in mid-stride. What? Jesus, what? I'm eating fruity yogurt instead of the bagel and Mira wanted, and he's sitting there with his bowl of crispy, crunchy charms, and he asked if I wanted to get married. The residual bounced by her on her pink boots. Really, he asked me if he wanted him to ask, which is even sweeter and better. Oh wow, I had to have sex. Okay. How many shocks, Eve wondered, was she supposed to rebound from? So, we're going to get married one day, not now. We don't want to get married, not now. I'm confused. I think he needed me to know it's what he wants one day with me, and needed to know it's what I want one day with him, and it is. Then, further down the line, I can't help it. I like the characters. Recharging and refueling were fairly new concepts for Eve. Before Rourke, unwinding time might have been downing a beer at a cop bar, surrounded by other cops talking shop. Occasionally, if Mavis could talk her into it, a night out at a club. But for the most part, she'd done the solo in the apartment now of Full Color and Mavis's family. So they have pizza at a pizza joint, and they talk about why Rourke doesn't own a boat. And then we get to I want to show you something first. In the bedroom, she narrowed her eyes, gave him an up and down. I've seen it before. It's nice. I can probably make time to play with it later. You're too good to me. He steered her straight in toward the box tied with a gold bow on the bed. Oh, man, you got me something in Cleveland? In reflex, her hands drove into her pockets. You can put it away till Christmas. It's barely October, and you'll want this before Christmas. It's not from Cleveland. I already have anything. You keep buying me stuff. You don't have this, which you'd see for yourself if you'd open the bloody thing. He gave her a flicked finger on the head. Okay. It's too big for Julie, so I probably won't lose it. It's closed, because everything I used to have is rag fodder. It's something nice. She gave the ribbon a tug. So I'll probably destroy it at work, then Somerset will give me the hairy eyeball, which is just one of those reasons I wish you wouldn't. Oh, there was a flavor to the sound she made as a woman might make eating soft, creamy chocolate. Nice. She had a weakness for leather and rich colors, which he knew very well. When she pulled the jacket out of the box, he saw the deep brownish bronze suited her just as well as he hoped. It would hit her mid-thigh and fall straight. The deep slash pockets reinforced would hold everything she needed to carry. The buttons on the front and the decorative belt in the back were in the shape of her badge. It's great. She pushed her face against it, inhaling the scent. Really great. I love the coat you got me last year. Even as she spoke, she rubbed her cheek against the leather. I really don't need. Consider this one a transition. The other one's long and for colder weather. You can wear this now. Try it on. She saw the label. Leonardo did it. It's going to fit, haha, like it was made for me. Look at the buttons. We thought you'd like them. Yes, he thought. It fit her perfectly, suited her perfectly. The color, the cut, the subtle embellishments. When she turned toward him, the hem swirled around her thighs. It feels great, too. No pull on the shoulders because of my weapon harness. She slid a hand inside, drew her weapon smoothly, and replaced it. It doesn't get in the way. There's a knife sheath worked into the lining right side as the further cross down, and your right hand for your main weapon. No shit! She opened her jacket, checked, mimed her crossing her arms and drawing both gun and imaginary knife simultaneously. Handy, pretty damn handy. What's with the lighting? It feels dense. It's not heavy. It doesn't feel like a coat lining. It's something we've been working on in R&D for a while. It's body armor. It's the magic coat. And Peabody gets pink boots from Dallas, from her trip at Texas. But anyway, like I said, Eve is not used to gifts, and to her, she had clothes on that she was good to go. But Rourke sees it otherwise, and the magic coat will appear again for a few other people down the road, and fans will go, "Hey, what about XYZ? What about XYZ?" And it's just, we gotta do one book at a time, one day at a time. But like I said, we'll be doing some Janets later. We'll be doing some more JDs. I'm running out of JDs. There's only like 20 books left. I'm like, oh, I need my JDs. So anyways, I need my Eve Dallas. She's the best. She's the absolute best. So check it out in book form or audio form. And please hit the like and subscribe. Let me know I'm doing a good job. I have no special effects. It's just me reading books, talking books. I have no droppings. I tried the other day, though. If you check out Chaos and Death, I got one. So I couldn't figure out how to make it stay. It kept disappearing. But, so please check it out. Please hit the like and subscribe. And don't forget Star Trek Fridays, Flashback Mondays, and look for a book review daily. As much as I can do, as fast as I can read. So please check it out, and please like and subscribe. I'm doing the best I can here. It's just me reading books, talking books. And I need all the support I can get from y'all. So thank you. Please check it out.